Hi YouTube, I want to talk about something that's necessarily always been a good idea, but that has screwed me over at every try, and that is donating blood. I have tried to donate blood since I was 14, 15 years old, and I am now 19 and have not yet donated blood, because every time I go, they find something wrong with me, and I can't do it. The first time was my blood pressure was too high. The second time was that I just had a vaccination and they told me that I had to wait an extra month before I donated blood. So after the second time, which more on that later, I was absolutely frustrated with the whole system and decided I never want to donate blood again. Today I get a phone call. They ask if it's Emily Sloan. I'm like, yep, it's me, what's up? And they asked me to donate blood. So I'm already like, I already vowed to like hate you guys. I don't know if I want to do this. So I just had work on my wisdom teeth. By work I mean they're gone. And I'm gonna get laser eye surgery on Saturday, so I'm like, definitely not going to let me donate blood this time, so I'm not gonna make an appointment and show up again for the third time and get refused. The guy, he's like, okay, so tell me what kind of work you're getting. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get work on my I've gotten work done on my wisdom teeth, they're out. And he's like, how long ago was that? That was on Tuesday. Oh, so maybe not. We're not sure yet. What's your other thing? So I'm like, okay, one thing they're not sure about already. I'm like, I'm getting laser eye surgery. He's like, yeah, no, we're going to take you off the list for a month. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm glad that I asked about it on the phone and I didn't have to drive all the way out and then get refused again. So that was nice. But more about my second time there, it was horrible. I was living in the city at the time, and I lived on campus. So living on campus means that you basically don't need to take the bus ever. It's where I live on the campus. It's where all my academic things are, and the market is not very far where partying and such occurs. So I never really had to take the bus. But then blood donor clinic calls and they're across the city. I'm like, well, I can do it. I could do it. I would like to remind you that this is before the bus system got good in Ottawa. So I hop on the bus. I ask the bus driver to call out the bus stop that I have to get off on. And he says, and I'm not kidding, he says, that bus stop, I don't know if it exists. I'm like, okay, well, that's what the travel planner said, so I'm going to come on the bus anyways and, you know, hope for the best. It wasn't the best. I passed it because I didn't know where it was, and I ended up in a part of Ottawa I've never been in. I get off the bus and I think, oh, maybe if I was walking I wouldn't, you know, miss the blood donor clinic, but I was like an hour walk away from the blood donor clinic, so I walked for a half hour, then hopped back on a different bus, which means I spent more money on bus tickets. I get to the blood donor clinic, and I tell them that I got a tetanus shot like a month or so ago, and they're like, sorry, you just traveled 2 hours for absolutely no reason. So I'm like, oh, I hate my life. And I started bawling my eyes out. I was lost in a part of Ottawa I didn't know, and I was frustrated. I barely had any money left. So I went home and I was so miserable and told them never to call me again. And here they are calling me again at a time where, again, I cannot donate blood. So I know necessarily donating blood is a good idea. It saves lives, but they continuously kind of put me in a place where I just couldn't care less if I was helping people at all. So is it a good idea? Should they perhaps put their questionnaire online so that they can tell you no before you go out of your way to donate blood? I think that would be a good idea personally, because going out of your way really sucks if it's for nothing.